What is your will, my master?
Hey, what's up, Nabeel? Quick demo video for you for your KY Lightsaber Jedi Killer. When you sent this to me, you said you wanted something done way different. So I tried to make this different than any other one that I've done, right? It's installed with the Proffie V2. I was able to get a clear resin chassis in here because you didn't want a secondary quartz crystal in here. So what we did instead was I put a 6 accent pixel strip in here for the secondary chamber. But it has some blade foam over it, and then it has some blade diffusion material over it as well. And then I blacked out that material so it looks like there's nothing in there when the saber's off, right? We just got that mesh in there that you wanted to leave in there, so that's what I did. I left that in there. But when I fire this guy up, you'll see that this does some different scrolling stuff. It just depends on what font you're on, right? I try to make each one do something a little bit different. Of course, you got the top crystal that KY puts in here that has its own NeoPixel accent, so that lights up. You've got CC sabers in here for your lit PCB. It's a 2-button setup, so your top switch is your activation, your bottom is your auxiliary, and then you just want to take this guy off right here to get to your chassis. I can do it with my finger, yeah. I'm doing it with my finger right now for the sake of this demo, but you'll want to lock that down with an Allen key before you go swinging this around. You take the handle off, and then here's your chassis, right? So it's your clear resin chassis. That's your Proffie board right here. This is a snap fit down in the shelf, but it's not as tight as a snap fit as I would do if it was like a PLA chassis. It's holding in there pretty tight right now, but if you go to lifting up this board a lot, up and down, excuse me, up and down, it's going to lose some of that tightness. So you might want to use a little bit of E6000 on the bottom of the board or on the sides of the board to hold it into the shelf. But for right now, it's fine. It's not going to move on you. If you ever wanted to get to your SD card, though, you would need to pop it up, right? You got 28 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. And on each side, you can actually see them right here. You got a 9-pixel accent strip right here. And then you've got another one on this side, and it goes along the side right here. And those light up and they do something differently. So this saber has 4 blade styles, right? You've got your first one for your blade, your second blade style for your crystal, your third blade style for your 6-pixel strip, and then your fourth blade style are for these 2 9-pixel strips that are wired together. And that's what makes up this saber, okay? Then, of course, you got a removable battery set up right here, so spring side over here. And we'll throw a battery in. I did get all the sound fonts on that you sent me, so we'll throw this in. Don't put this in backwards.
My ally.
Look at it.
Is the force.
Light on my face. But that's what it's done. It's doing on this particular sound font when the saber's off. Let me turn this light off. And you can see it just lights up the entire thing. I mean, this thing is just super bright. You got some scrolling over here happening. And then, of course, this crystal up here is pulsating, right? Now, I didn't give you swing on because it was going off when I didn't want it to. There's so much going on with this saber to get the handle off, put the battery on. I also have those on a timer, as you can see, so it doesn't just sit there and do that forever. I didn't give you swing on. You're going to have to hit the button to turn the saber on, but you can twist off, right? So if we turn this on, that's what the chassis is doing. Everything reacts to the auxiliary button being pressed. And you can twist it off just like that. We'll go to another sound font until we hit it. This has the staggered ignition. We'll go ahead and throw the handle on. I just wanted you to see what the chassis was doing. All right, and it is super bright. So we'll throw the handle on. We'll put this screw back on to lock the handle down. And then we'll put a blade in this guy too. We'll keep it on ignition for now so you can see that staggered blade ignite. You've got 2 blade retention screws. You got one here and one here. You can use one or both of them. Sometimes I shave one down, but I haven't been doing that lately just in case you want to use both of them because they are at different heights. It's not going to hurt anything, right? Actually, it would just help. It's not necessarily necessary, but you can if you want, right? When we lock that down, and then we'll get this staggered blade ignition going. Just like that. Nice smooth swing. The flash on clash. You'll see the flash on clash right here in your crystal chambers. We'll go to another one. Sith Killer. To get to your soundtracks on each, you just want to do a long press on the power button.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Turn this on. Super loud. You can see your chassis lighting up in there.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus.
And do the same thing to turn your soundtrack off. It's a long press on the power button. And you got the Son of Corellia sound font. Do that again. You can see your crystals going. You can see this scrolling down here. Your pommel lighting up. You've got red accents when you swing, so I left the chamber red.
Ancient integration.
Now we're back to the beginning with ancient integration. We're going to go ahead and take the blade out and then go over taking the battery out, which is really easy to do. We'll just come over here and again, we'll unlock this guy. I need to use an Allen key. Take the handle off and then from the positive side of the speaker over here, or the positive side of the battery by the speaker, you should be able to pop it out with your finger just like that. And that is pretty much your Jedi killer. Let me know if you got any questions, and if not, this guy will go out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, thanks.